Welcome back to our channel, UK Pro Writers, where we explore critical topics impacting businesses and industries worldwide. Today, we're diving into a crucial research area: supply chain disruptions in the Russia-Ukraine conflict, and how these disruptions have a ripple effect on global businesses. Importance of the research topic. This topic is of paramount importance because it sheds light on how geopolitical conflicts can reverberate across the global economy, affecting the supply chains of businesses regardless of their location. Understanding these disruptions is vital for businesses to adapt, strategize, and mitigate risks effectively. Real-world examples. Example 1. Smartphone manufacturing. In recent years, smartphone manufacturers heavily rely on rare earth minerals, some of which are sourced from Ukraine. The conflict disrupted the supply of these minerals, causing delays in smartphone production worldwide. Example 2. Energy sector. Europe's energy sector faced challenges due to its reliance on Russian gas. The Ukraine conflict led to concerns about gas supply disruptions, impacting energy prices and creating uncertainty for businesses. Example 3. Automotive industry. Car manufacturers sourcing parts from both Russia and Ukraine saw interruptions in their supply chains. This affected production schedules, leading to delays and increased costs. Chapter 1. Introduction. Chapter 1 of a research paper typically includes the research problem, which defines the core issue being investigated, and the research significance, which explains why the study is important and its potential impact. It also introduces research questions, objectives, and provides a rationale for the research, setting the stage for the entire study. Now, let's delve into how to draft the introduction for your research paper on this topic. Here are the key elements. Research problem. The research problem could be framed as follows. The Russia-Ukraine conflict has created significant disruptions in global supply chains, but what specific challenges do businesses face, and how can they mitigate these disruptions? Research significance. Highlight the significance by stating that understanding these disruptions can help businesses minimize risks, enhance resilience, and ensure the smooth flow of goods and services. Research questions. How have supply chains been disrupted by the Russia-Ukraine conflict? What are the specific challenges faced by global businesses? What strategies can businesses employ to mitigate these disruptions? Research objectives. To analyze the extent of supply chain disruptions in the Russia-Ukraine conflict. To identify the primary challenges encountered by global businesses. To propose effective strategies for supply chain resilience in conflict-prone regions. Research rationale. This research is essential as it contributes valuable insights that can assist businesses, policymakers, and stakeholders in navigating the complexities of supply chain disruptions in geopolitical conflicts. Chapter 2. Literature review. Chapter 2, the literature review, comprises a comprehensive survey of existing academic literature and research relevant to the study's topic. It discusses theories, models, and key concepts related to the research, identifies gaps in the current knowledge, and provides a foundation for understanding the context and theoretical framework of the study. In the literature review chapter, you should explore various subtopics, theories, and models related to supply chain disruptions in conflict zones. Some suitable subtopics include theories and models. Resilience theory. This theory explains how supply chains can bounce back from disruptions. For example, businesses like Toyota have applied resilience theory to recover quickly from supply chain shocks. Resource dependence theory. This theory examines how organizations rely on external resources and how conflicts can disrupt these dependencies. The energy sector's reliance on Russian gas is a classic example. Literature gap. Identify gaps in the existing literature, such as insufficient research on the specific impacts of the Russia-Ukraine conflict on global supply chains. This will justify the need for your research. Chapter 3, Methodology. Chapter 3, the methodology, outlines the research approach, design, and methods used to collect and analyze data. It describes the conceptual framework, research philosophy, approach, inductive or deductive, strategy, data analysis method, quantitative or qualitative, ethical considerations, and the limitations and delimitations of the research. Moving on to the methodology chapter, here's what you need to cover. Conceptual framework. Create a framework with 3 independent variables, as an example conflict intensity, geographical proximity, trade agreements, and a dependent variable, supply chain disruption. Research philosophy. Consider adopting a positivist research philosophy as it aligns with empirical research involving data collection and analysis. Research approach. Given the nature of the topic, an inductive research approach can be suitable to explore emerging patterns in supply chain disruptions. Research strategy. Utilize a case study research strategy, focusing on real-world examples of businesses affected by the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Data analysis. Depending on your data, choose either quantitative, as an example survey with a sample size of 300 global businesses, or qualitative, as an example in-depth interview with 20 supply chain managers. Analysis methods. Ethical considerations. Address ethical considerations, such as obtaining informed consent from interviewees and ensuring data privacy. For instance, anonymize sensitive information. Limitations and delimitations. Acknowledge potential limitations, like data availability or bias in responses, and clearly define the scope of your research. Chapter 4 Data Analysis. Chapter 4, the data analysis, details how the collected data is analyzed and interpreted based on the chosen methodology. It presents the findings and results of the study, often through statistical analysis, for quantitative research, or thematic analysis, for qualitative research, drawing conclusions and discussing their implications. In the data analysis chapter, tailor your approach based on your chosen methodology. Quantitative analysis. If using quantitative data, employ statistical methods like regression analysis. For instance, you might use a sample size of 300 businesses to analyze the relationship between conflict intensity and supply chain disruption. Qualitative analysis. If using qualitative data, perform thematic analysis. With a sample size of 20 supply chain managers, identify recurring themes related to challenges and strategies. Conclusion and recommendations. The conclusion chapter should summarize your findings, emphasizing their implications for businesses. Recommendations should provide actionable insights. Conclusions summarize key findings, emphasizing the impact of the Russia-Ukraine conflict on global supply chains. Recommendations suggest strategies for businesses to enhance supply chain resilience in conflict-prone regions. For instance, diversify suppliers and invest in risk mitigation technologies. Future research suggestions. Finally, consider these future research suggestions. Investigate the long-term effects of supply chain disruptions caused by geopolitical conflicts. Explore the role of digital technologies in mitigating supply chain disruptions. Analyze the impact of similar conflicts on different industries, such as pharmaceuticals or electronics. That's a wrap for today's video on supply chain disruptions in the Russia-Ukraine conflict. We hope this helps you in your research journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content on critical business topics. Thanks for tuning in.